plush from the Mario Party 5 line. If you're more familiar with the older videos on my channel, this was the Mario I would use. A very old Princess Peach plush from the same line. This was the one I originally got with Toad. And here is a Bowser from that same line. You can tell that they're older due to their age and how they look. This was before I knew the rarity of these plush. And if you think Mario's bad, wait till you see Luigi. Yeah, pup. The Sanai All-Star Collection Poochie. So brand new, I never even took off his tags. I'm not sure if this is actually an official plush or not, but the weird thing is he looks different compared to the bootlegs online. He has a tag, it's just very worn out since I bought this plush way back when, so I don't know if he is official or not. Toy Kong. Legged Vampresto Green Toad, and by boogity, he's a light blue Toad. He doesn't even have a branded name. Still a really cute plush. A toy Donkey Kong, who has plastic in his feet. Kelly toy Mario. Some baby DK. Ooh. Here's the infamous Bowser Jr. that many have seen in the many booms or many beatings of Bowser Jr. This plush has a pull string here, and had the plush not gotten wet, it would have been able to vibrate. And that's why you hear the little rattle. That's supposed to be the little vibrate feature of the plush, but since it got wet, it's no longer able to vibrate. This is the Mario 3D Land Tanuki Mario. Here is this thing by Gosh International. It's Donkey Kong, but I really like the plush for its eyes. It's Troopa. I have many of these guys. This is only one. And here's number 2, number 3, number 4, not true. This is the Sanai Koopa Troopa plush. As you can see, Troopa that's said to be from the Mario Party plush by Hudson Soft. Still nice, I mean, hey, Red Koopa. Here's a pretty cool, they gave an obscure enemy some love. Goomba. The second one. In case you can tell, I really love Goombas. Abling's Koopa Troopa. I did not believe it at first, but yep, they came a long way. Wow. Fun fact about this plush, it was lodged under a toy chest for many years and I thought I lost it until one day, my mother found it and I was like, oh wow, you're actually alive!
And then Goom Goom was born. Oh yes.
Also from Presto Blooper Keychain, the Little Buddy Cheep Cheep, a Little Buddy Fuzzy, with the little spikes being made of felt. I don't really like felt on plush sometimes because it's prone to collecting dirt, hairs, or dust. Goomba, but this one is from the All-Star Collection. As you can tell by the tag, it has something in its mouth, I think cardboard, to make it go meh. Little right, Yoshi. This here is the Yoshi's Island DS Sanai Yoshi plush. I have a lot of these guys. Interesting thing about this Yoshi, I saved him from a thrift store for only $2. They had no idea what they threw away. Here is the blue Yoshi for the Yoshi's Island DS set. Red Yoshi 1. Green Yoshi 2. Here's the Yoshi's Island DS Black Yoshi. A light blue Yoshi. And a pink Yoshi. Here is the Yoshi's Island DS Yellow Yoshi. Another red Yoshi. Another light blue Yoshi. A very old white Yoshi. Another black Yoshi. My first Yoshi. Another light blue Yoshi. Another pink Yoshi. Another red Yoshi. Another yellow Yoshi. Another white Yoshi. Another black Yoshi. Bootlegs, because Angry Birds was huge in 2010 and 2011, and bootlegs were made. Bootlegs aplenty. Here is the bootlegged Red Bird, aka a Crazy Bird, as I called them in the show. The yellow Crazy Bird. And the white Crazy Bird. There were Crazy Birds for the Blue and Bomb Bird plushies, but I couldn't get them because they were in a claw machine, and by the time I went back, they were already gone. And he was made by Commonwealth, but they were distributed by Good Stuff Toys for use in grabber machines, redemption prizes for the carnival, etc. Here is Space Red, again. Lightning Blue, again. Space Chuck, again. The closed beak version of Hal. And a deformed looking bomb. These plush do not contain sound boxes. King Pig. Here he is in all of his royal glory. Speaker box does not work. Here is the 8-inch pigs. And here is the other 8-inch pig. There's also an inch corporal pig, as you can see here. Here is the A. Reginald. Even his speaker box is getting a little old. It used to sound higher in pitch, but because it sounds a little deeper, that's how you can tell the battery is getting old. Here's one of AKA the very first pig plush I ever got. He's still very firm. His speaker box sounds like death, but yeah, this was the first ever pig plush I bought. Here with this Toy Factory Pac-Man. A lot of you have probably seen him on the channel. And here he is. Also from Toy Factory, here's Blinky and Inky. Now, interesting thing about Blinky and Inky, I actually won them both in claw machines. They, along with Pac-Man, were the first Pac-Man plush I ever obtained. Here's Clyde in all of his glory. Miss Pac-Man. It's Miss Pac-Man, not Mrs. She's not married. His tag. I actually won both Inky and Clyde from a different type of claw machine. It was one of those little chicken games where you get the little plastic eggs, and inside the egg was a key. And I used this key to unlock a prize door, and lucky me, it happened to be for these guys. Here is limited plush. This is a Pac-Man backpack. It still has its tag. The one thing I don't like on these plush are the feet and the hands. Similar to Olimar and Louie in another plush collection video, I don't like the paint they use on the gloves or the shoes because it wears away and chips. Even though I haven't used these plush at all in my videos, the paint still chips away. And this is honestly one of the better. Here is a beanbag Pac-Man with a very interesting style on the mouth. I'm not sure what kind of fabric it is, but it is a different type of fabric. And here Pac-Man is the Red Ghost in a large size, Klonoa, and Dr. Dan and Dr. Don. Back of the plush, we have some foam inside of the plush. Perhaps this Pac-Man is meant to be like a pillow of sorts. Kinda like this one. Here, shipping, and that is the Pac-Man World Pac-Man. The boots are in complete awful condition, which is truly unfortunate because it was a really cute plush. I never used this plush ever. It was simply kept in storage, but despite that, the paint continued to chip away. Some of the paint even got on some of the other plush, so I had to clean off the plush before making this video. Hopefully I can find a way to fix it, because I don't really want to see such a rare plush in this type of condition. Although this is a prototype Pac-Man plush of the one Pac-Man we saw earlier. According to the tag, this plush was made by Commonwealth Toy. Notice the felt used for this plush as opposed to the polyester used here. The material used on the gloves is different, the shoes look different, and the biggest difference, this Pac-Man talks. It says 6 different phrases. And if I'm not mistaken online, there were also prototypes for Blinky, Pinky, Inky, Clyde, and Betrayus that also talked. One of the featured characters that was seen in about 3 episodes. And unlike most custom plush, the arms do not bend, which is very far-fetched. He is stuck in this pose for ever and ever and ever. The Spectre here is Gene, seen in one of the episodes, I think season 2, episode 2 if I'm not mistaken. Here is President Spheros. Looked like a giant green M&M, but that's just me. Here is Circumference, aka Sir C, aka Beck my boy from Ghostly Adventures. One of the few Pac-Landers I actually like. And here is his mustache. This here is who is one of my friend's original characters, who was the first Pac-Man in the Ghostly Adventures original character. Speaking of, this guy has not been used by Namco in forever, so I kind of want to take the character for myself. Here he is. You know him. You love him. It's Wandy. This is the custom Kirby plush. This was my very first custom plush and the first ever item I ever ordered off of eBay. Here he is. Painted eyes. And originally I didn't get a Kirby plush because I wanted to use this one. So yeah, this was the first Kirby plush I ever used. Here's Chili. Cooley we gave a spear to, and a bandana. Sadly though, Waddle Dees have fat little heads, so the bandana falls off very easily. Here's the Sunny Waddle Doo plush. He's got beans in his feet. The Waddle Dees, Kirby, Meta Knight, and Dedede all have cardboard, but the Waddle Dees do have beans in their feet. Minus. Here he is in all of his glory. We have felt underneath, with a very minky fabric up above for the cloak. A lot of people seem to really like Highness. I do too. And his arms are actually bendable. Like, way underneath the skin, the arms are bendable, amongst these very floppy sleeves. Oops! Yeah, spoiler alert, but I'm pretty sure everyone's already seen what Highness looks like without his mask. Here he is. Also, the strongest warrior, Galactonite. But despite being the strongest warrior in the galaxy, he can't hold his own lance. Sword is actually the first Pikmin plush I ever got. Yes, it's bootlegged, but it still looks okay. I mean, I got him way back in, I want to say 2008, 2009, and he was the first Pikmin I ever got. I called him Hot Dog Man back in the day because I was inspired by the Pikmin 2 commercial from way back when. Here is the 2004 Suneye Olimar, as you can see here. It isn't exactly in the best condition though, considering it is a 16-year-old plush, and any Olimar or Louis listings with this variety, they're gonna have chipped paint, as you can see here. Fortunately, my Olimar and Louis aren't exactly as bad as some of the ones I've seen. One in particular had paint falling off of the plush. Here is Louis. And this is the example I was talking about, where the yellow paint on Louis was falling off of the plush itself, which is not cool considering how they said the plush was in mint condition when clearly it was not. On another note, the Louis plush also has a little backpack, which you can open up and store little Pikmin figures inside. The Suneye All-Star Collection. I actually like this plush more due to the little detail they put on the front. I also like how they didn't use the paint material, meaning it won't get chipped over the years, and overall it just looks better. Here is a side-by-side comparison of the two Olimars. Again, I prefer fabric over the paint because the paint will chip away over time, and unless you know how to professionally handle the fabric, it's not going to be pretty. Even though I've kept Olimar in a relatively good environment, there's still pieces of his paint that are being chipped off. Next, starting with the red leaf Pikmin. I have a lot of red leaves. Red leaf number 2, red leaf number 3, red leaf number 4, and red leaf number 5. I have a lot of them as well. Yellow flower Pikmin 2, yellow flower Pikmin 3, yellow flower Pikmin 4, yellow flower Pikmin 5, yellow flower Pikmin 6, yellow flower Pikmin 7. Nintendo. I found him one day in Target and I'm like, hey, a Pikmin. So I snatched him up. Little did I know this plush would soon become rare. Here is the World of Nintendo White Pikmin. I don't really like this one, to be honest, because the body looks really unnatural. Here's another white Pikmin for comparison. Regardless, I still bought 2 of them because, hey, I like Pikmin. And finally, winged Pikmin. They're very small. Bought 3 of them just because, hey, the more the merrier. Winged Pikmin number 2. Winged Pikmin number 3. And last, Cabbage Bolt. Unlike the other 2 plush that we've seen, this one actually has the Pippi Girl tag. Another figure is a disguised zombie or a sunflower zombie or whatever have you. Cool thing about these plush is that their heads can pop off thanks to Velcro. Obviously this one has not had his head detached too much. Sprinter definitely has. As you can see, it's a lot easier for his head to pop off. So he can go, incoming! Like he does all the time. By Link Zombie by Sakami. Still has his tag and everything. Bootleg. Complete with sideburns, the weird thick frame glasses, the hard underwear, and the fabric feels very thick for some reason. I'm not sure why. Here is Zombie, a plush I've been wanting for a while, and I'm very glad they made one. So nice, I bought him twice. Here, customized a normal zombie to look like the football zombie, using Build-A-Bear football attire and using a regular zombie. I remember complete with a leather helmet. Very nice, regardless. I like the quality of these plush. Even if they're bootleg, they still look really cool. No tags, no nothing, but it don't matter. He looks, call him retro in the show. He has little glasses here. And according to my sources, this Disco Zombie was also supposed to have these types of glasses, but I guess some of them just don't have it. I know this one's never had the glasses. When I first got him, he never had them. Boot by Jazz wears, still with his tag. Here is another dancing zombie. This one is by Linkson, and he's holding a guitar. Here are adorable little nephews. Well, not really, but these are the DuckTube keychain plush. Duckweed. Oh! I do have 2 of them. And this here is the giant duckweed. Here's a little weed keychain. Oh! Bootleg snorkeler zombie. And he is now known on the channel as Big Daddy Long Johns. Note the little wooden button here. Note the lack of tags, anywhere for that matter. And off go his pants. Oh my, okay. But yeah, I mean, this one is bootlegged, but he's still a really, really nice plush. You know, he's huge. Here's Zombie. I have two. Here is from World Max, distributed by Treehouse brand, and he is very fluffy. I bought him off of the Plants vs. Zombies store when that was a thing back in a Gargantuar with an imp. The imp wasn't even attached, it just pops right out. And the arms and the head are all attached via magnets. Well, actually, only the one arm is attachable and detachable, complete with a little telephone pole. And it looks okay, I guess. It's just kind of, I don't know, kind of weird. Especially compared to the other Gargantuars, but Gargantuar, as you can see here, he is a giant. In the show, he is known as Titan, and he's a big boy. And for good measure, here's a little size comparison. Here is an imp, although I didn't really think he looked like an imp, so I called him Lobber. Throws explosive botany zombies. Both the pea shooter and the snow pea, though he looks more like a repeater to me, but also not sure why they made a snow pea one, but here we are. And football zombie. His helmet is very loose on his body and is very easy to take off. Specifically made for Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Now, one thing to note about this plush is that in later releases, Zomboss's mouth was like wide open like this. I'm glad I got the release of Zomboss when I did, and I didn't have to settle with one of the ones with the open mouth. And if you did, I am so sorry, because, I don't know, I'm a little biased. I like the one with the closed mouth a little more. It just looks more sophisticated, like Zomboss actually would be. Although the one with the open mouth isn't too far off either, because he's like, wah! Over a scheme failing or something like that. Or Boomer. The Combi, based off of Plants vs. Zombies Great Wall Edition, the Chase Jester Zombie by World Max Toys. As you can see, he still has his tags here. He has a cake celebrating the 2nd anniversary of Plants vs. Zombies 2, and he's got a cute little hat that is not removable. For links in 2 is the Bandit Zombie. Also, Wizard Zombie plush. I mean, he's a bootleg, but he's a really darn good-looking bootleg. I mean, wow, he looks fantastic. Here is the Breakdancer Zombie. Here is Zomboss, complete with the mohawk and the leather outfit. Rather nice-looking plush, all in all, except for the mics in 2, that being the Ice Skater Zombie. Apparently, he originates from DeviantArt of all places. Go figure. And here, that's custom plush. The old one had a wig that I did not really like all that much. It was getting old and dusty, and so I retired the old zombie, and that zombie is now Big Daddy Long Johns. The staff is removable, the hat is removable, and overall, just a fantastic plush across the board. So, my Amy Rose plush, one of my more recent additions. Sonic Classic Sonic. Classic Metal Sonic. Jazz from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. You can't have one without the other, so here is Grounder. Both Scratch and Grounder have movable arms that can also bend. Here's Coke. Robotnik has movable arms that can stay in place, but they do not bend. Here come the Z thought he had better writing than the other Deadly Six, but then again, Sonic Lost World is not really my favorite Sonic game, so. And finally, this plush that I don't like are these spikes. They keep falling off. I have had to glue back on at least 8 spikes, and he is very, very annoying. But here he is. Oh look, one's about to fall off now. Here is and the last of the Freedom Planet plush, Lord Brevin. I really love this dude. He just doesn't get the love that he deserves. People, I think, hate Brevin more than they like him, which is a darn shame, really. And finally, Infinite. This plush was made in about 3 days with felt, wireframes, and fluffing. He has movable arms, and the legs do not bend.